That's right. It is none other than the Dale Schafer.
Good morning, everybody. My story comes out of Law 360 this morning, and it's an ongoing saga, if you will, about what happens when you're in court and you don't pay attention to what the judge tells you to do and you fuck around and find out. This is it comes out of Delaware. And Delaware, I want to give a shout out to for businesses because they have a specific court set up called the Court of Chancery to handle business disputes. You get through it a lot quicker, and they don't have time for bullshit. And it turns out that Bloom got sued by a former investor. The guy's name was Jeff Manasseh. I mean, I'm horrible at names. If I torture it, I don't give a fuck. Okay. And then his company, DGBF, what the fuck that's supposed to be, LLC, these are Delaware corporations. They sued a couple former directors of American General Resources, which is Bloom, a guy named Michael Ray and Vlad Efros. And they sued for, among other things, fraud and inducing them to invest in their company. And initially, a judge decided we're going to let the case go forward. And typically in a fraud case, you've got to allege an intent and knowledge. And, you know, we fight about that when it starts out. The judge said, okay, go forward. But then it turns out that these knuckleheads spoiled a bunch of evidence. They deleted things off laptops. They deleted text messages. They wiped servers. And in electronic discovery in these days, and discovery, I mean, we want you to give us all your documents. You've got to turn them over. In electronic discovery, as soon as you know that you're going to get sued or have a reasonable belief, you got to capture all your data and hold it. Well, these rocket scientists wiped a bunch of shit clean, and they were under orders to produce this stuff. And we don't have it, but it ain't our fault because we didn't intend to cause them problems. And the judge said, you know what? I don't give a shit. You were ordered to do this because you didn't do it. I'm dismissing your case. And oh, by the way, you're going to pay the other side's $2.2 million in attorney's fees. Okay. Now, these are disputes I'm involved in all the time, where somebody says, oh, you lied to me, you defrauded me, you didn't follow through on your contract, businesses suing each other. And we typically put attorney's fees provisions in these. And what I find when I represent people in these disputes, I spend a lot of time in and around the black market. As you know, I had 5 years in federal prison for growing weed. So I know, the gray market. I'm educatable. And what I ran into is a whole bunch of people, primarily guys who are not very agreeable, didn't like to follow rules. Okay. And sometimes they were just flat out closed-minded assholes. And their mama never slapped them for acting up when they were kids. So when you get them into court, they don't understand when the judge says, well, I'm not asking, I'm ordering you. Okay. This is what Alex Jones found out from InfoWars. Okay. It's like, hey, we told you, you pony this shit up or your case is done. You're going to pay millions of bucks. Same thing Cushy Punch guys did. We're not going to respond. Oh, yeah? Break out your checkbook. Okay. So if you do end up in court, I'm here to tell you that if your mama never gave you that look and then followed up with a slap across your head, a judge will do that to you. Okay. So don't be a dickhead when you go into court. You have to follow the rules. If you don't like the rules, it's too bad. You shouldn't have done what you did. And try to get a decent legal team on board and listen to them. If the attorneys that were arguing for these guys, I think that they got their degree from YouTube or something. They might have a place in Donald Trump's team, Jason, but these guys are fucking morons if they're going to argue this kind of stuff in court. And they're going to end up having to pony up money because it's malpractice to tell people not to follow court's orders. That's my ongoing saga for the day. Let's have at it, guys.
You know what I think Trump would tell him?
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.